Tiago, we're hearing a lot lately around generative AI, but in particular generative AI for credit worthiness assessment. Do you think that this is a potential way to improve that process?
Absolutely. Banks have been relying for decades on credit scoring models, rating models, which in essence are reasonably good at discriminating clients, but they work in very linear relationships between variables and output. What we're seeing with GenAI is the capability to bring in unstructured data. Your payment history, your transactions, how you behave on Amazon and e-commerce platforms, that can give signals which may be subtle, but that GenAI can capture, and that increases the predictive power of credit models. So there's that angle of better quality, better discrimination, but then there's an angle also of speed and accelerating everything that is related to manual work, especially in the corporate world where you have a lot of documentation to go through.
Mm-hmm. Benefits always come with, let's say, some barriers. What do you think are the big challenges that banks and financial institutions are facing precisely when trying to adopt these technologies in these processes?
I think the first one is the speed of change. It's so fast that I think makes clients defensive. Let's wait and see when we see the final product, even though we know there's no final product, we just keep on evolving. There's a second one around explainability. Do I understand what I'm getting? And I think that has improved also a lot over the last year. And we have developed techniques that we apply in our solutions, like the credit risk assistant, that enable clients to understand the output, but there's still resistance. And I think the third one I would mention is just the level of adoption and getting acquainted with this type of solutions. Just the workforce needs to get new skills to understand how it works, and that just takes time, and it's still a challenge of today. But I have no doubt that this challenge will disappear over the next 2 to 3 years.
To increase adoption, right? It's to demonstrate that you've done it before. That's instrumental. That's why GFT and Oliver Wyman, we have created, you said, this credit risk assistant based on GenAI. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
I can. I think it's a fantastic example of GenAI can be put to use in a fast manner. What we're doing is that we're helping credit analysts process a lot of information, so annual reports, tax statements, transactional data, and get signals, get insights for the assessment of the client. That's something that used to be done manually, so it's prone to human error, and it takes a lot of time. And we've been able to develop that, implement, get good insights that people appreciate. And we, interestingly, talking about previously the challenges, we thought, well, language, is that going to be a challenge? We've done that in French, Arabic, Japanese, French, I'm repeating, Spanish and Portuguese, all without any concern.
That's wonderful. Thinking about the future, we're going to be seeing the credit area completely, let's say, evolve and change with the use of AI?
I think we will. I have no doubt. We're just seeing the tip of the iceberg because we're talking about use cases like this one that I was describing, which is in an existing process, implementing AI, but to some extent retaining the process. I think we'll keep evolving and we'll retransform processes so that GenAI is no longer supporting, but is actually the enabler, and it's going to be at the center of how processes are re-engineered. So I'm a big believer, but I've seen enough evidence to come to think that it's inevitable.
So exciting times ahead, right?
Absolutely.
Thanks, Tiago, for sharing all these insights and to participate in our core talks.
No, thank you for inviting me. As you can see, I'm a big believer, and I love this topic. I think it will change our future.
Thank you again.